Tonight, Fox 13 investigates federal spending on promotions and public relations.
Watchdogs say it can pose a conflict of interest and drive up the debt even more. So our chief investigator, Craig Patrick, dug into the records.
See that steak burrito? Well, the Green Ninja will switch it to chicken faster than you can blink because he says it's better for our environment.
And it's time for the world to feast.
As NASA's scrub manned spaceflight, it spent nearly $400,000 on the Green Ninja PR campaign.
Green Ninja, decent gift to keep it clean. Green Ninja.
And when you add in the other billions our government spends on public relations, while it's $19 trillion in debt,
Never gonna stop until we do this thing.
government watchdogs say we're getting burned.
Oftentimes, the PR expenditure is just a cover to promote the government's interest and not the public interest.
Adam Andrzejewski and his group opened the books, crunched the numbers from 2007 to 2014, and they found more than $4.3 billion in federal PR spending. That includes more than $600,000 for the State Department to buy likes on Facebook and a social media blitz at the Environmental Protection Agency to drum up support for new regulations.
It's taxpayer dollars spent to convince taxpayers to spend more taxpayer dollars on a larger size and scope of government.
Federal contracts with outside PR firms show the feds also pay interns up to $88 an hour, and an executive manager can make up to $525 an hour.
There's just no ifs, ands, or buts. That's over the top.
Travis Horn is the PR executive in Tampa who sees the need for government PR to keep us informed. But he says the rates and bills appear to be out of whack.
Again, I get it. We are in the business of outreach and speaking to the public and communicating when there's a natural disaster or when there's a health crisis with human services or what have you. But some of those figures, are just beyond the pale.
And when you show those figures to small business owners like John Zeckley, they can't believe it.
It's just mind-boggling. I never knew the extent because it's not publicized.
Zeckley runs a printing and engraving company in Tampa that caters to the military and is now reeling from cuts to national defense.
Probably about 60, 70% from what I was.
And as the Fed slashed national defense and investments in education and research, they ramped up PR spending.
They're sitting in their own little world, and they don't know what's going on out here. Spending your money is not a problem.
And while federal lawmakers railed on deficit spending, we paid nearly $50 million in public relations from the Bureau of Public Debt.
And so the Bureau of Public Debt spent nearly $50 million to convince taxpayers to buy more public debt so politicians could spend more to create more debt.
This is all based on available federal records, but Senate Budget Chairman Mike Enzi says the true and full cost of federal PR spending is largely unknown. So he sent this letter to federal inspectors this year to start an official investigation.
We asked the 10 agencies that spent the most on public relations within the federal government to respond, and several sent us statements defending their work on grounds that it educates the public. You can read those full responses on fox13news.com. Reporting from the newsroom, Craig Patrick, Fox 13 News.